Deion to Colorado has gained a lot of traction on the 2024 recruiting trail. And I know that you all are eager to kind of see where this number 13 class with the 5 commits so far there is going to go. The question is, who are the recruits that you should be keeping an eye out for? Who are the recruits that Colorado can realistically land? Well, I want to tell you about what Colorado is doing that the likes of Alabama do very well. They're throwing out hundreds of offers to all these guys. And guess what? It's going to be a first come, first serve basis, just like it is at Alabama. Just like it is. See, Deion Sanders, he knows. Charles Kelly, mind you, a guy that was on the Alabama staff, he knows what to do. Tim Brewster, only recruited a guy like by the names of Jalen Ramsey, Dalvin Cook, some of those guys. Yeah, small prospects. They know what they're doing. And so when I look at what guys have came and visited Colorado and the guys that they're recruiting, let's just take a look at the first one. 5-star wide receiver Ryan Wingo. Listen, this recruitment intrigues me a lot because I've wondered, just like I think a lot of you guys are wondering, if Deion Sanders will be able to recruit some of the other high skill positions at a high level, kind of like he has the cornerback, right? So I think this is going to be an uphill battle for Colorado. You've seen a lot of experts say Tennessee. Some have said Notre Dame. Some have even said Ohio State is a destination for Ryan Wingo coming out of St. Louis, Missouri. I think that's important to note because of the area, closer to Tennessee, closer to Notre Dame or Tennessee. But I believe if Deion Sanders and this staff, if they can get an official visit from Ryan Wingo, yeah, we might be having to keep an eye on that one. So this is a recruitment that I've actually talked about before, and one that I said that I think Colorado needs to go out there and win. And it's the 4-star defensive lineman T.A. Cunningham, the 6'6", 265-pound defensive lineman out of Los Alamos, California. And I know a lot of Oklahoma fans that watch the show, yeah, you guys want him in Oklahoma, or you did want him at Oklahoma. Listen, the kid's got to be a top priority if you're Colorado, right? He's got to be a top priority for Nick Williams and the staff because I think you've got to be able to solidify your presence in the state of California. And when it comes to his visit from Boulder, it sounded like he had a good visit. So you need to go into USC's backyard, into Los Alamos High School, and start taking those guys. Because if you can start taking those guys from USC while Lincoln Riley's out there, one, all of us Oklahoma fans will applaud you for it. Because none of them like Oklahoma, or none of them like Lincoln Riley right now. So anything you can do to make his life hell and a lot harder, please do it. Additionally, you got the 4-star athlete, Kylan Fox. And so I don't know if you guys have heard much about this kid. When you look at his stats, they don't blow you away. 382 receptions, 2 touchdowns, or 380 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns, 7 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 7 sacks. So again, stats don't blow you away, but you look at his size, 6'4", 205 pounds, definitely would probably make a good addition to a tight end room. Maybe a wide receiver, maybe. I think it's unlikely. Right now, you're probably seeing Georgia as the leader here, as the kids from Georgia. It sounds like his visit to Boulder went well, something that we're hearing a lot right now from a lot of these guys that go to Boulder. Sounds like that went well in January. And so you have to ask if, Georgia's in the lead, who do you bring out? You got to leverage the guy that we've had on the podcast, Tim Brewster, because, he's recruited that whole area really well ever since he's been in college football. Not sure if Colorado lands this kid just yet. I'll have to do some more digging. We'll get back to you guys on that one. So, oh boy. The next one's a fan favorite. It is a Colorado fan favorite. It is one that Oklahoma fans wish that they could get. It's the 4-star edge, Danny Okoye, the elite edge rusher out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, out of NOAA homeschool. Listen, he's picked up 28 offers from some of the most elite schools in the country. When I say most elite schools, I mean, we're talking the Bamas of the world, the LSUs, the A&Ms, the Colorados, the Oklahomas, the Oklahoma States. Okay, maybe not Oklahoma State. Let me pump the brakes there. But hey, listen, in my mind, if Oklahoma State really wants this kid, they can go out there and get him, right? I think if Oklahoma State really wants him, he's going to commit there. That's where he'll end up going. I think that's where he loves. However, though, I do think as the days go on, the distance starts to grow between Danny and Ohio or in Oklahoma State. So something maybe keep your eyes on. But it sounds like Deion and Nick Williams really made a lot of headway in this recruitment with this visit in January. He'll be taking more visits out there. So Colorado fans, I think this is one that, listen, if he doesn't end up at Oklahoma State, I think he ends up Colorado. I do. It just that's all I can say. I think he ends up Colorado. Additionally, you guys got the 3-star Stacey Bay. He actually talked about his visit to Colorado, and he said, I visited Colorado before when the old staff was there. It's a lot different now with Deion in charge. Well, you're kind of hearing that a lot from a lot of these players that are there. He says, Boulder is a beautiful city. I agree with you. Boulder is a beautiful city, and I really like it there a lot and have interest in the program. It's important to note that he was previously offered by the last staff, but it sounds like Deion Sanders has reaffirmed faith into this kid that Colorado might be the right option. I think this is a kid that ends up committing there. Yeah, I get it. It's a 3-star, but guys, listen, these 3 and low 4-star kids, these are the guys that help you build your program, right? These are the guys that help you battle in the trenches, and you're playing in the Pac-12. It's not like you got to have 10, 5 or 10, 15 5-stars on your team to go out there and compete for a Pac-12 championship. Look at Utah. So who are some others to pay attention to? Well, one you guys all know of, 4-star athlete Boo Carter. Out of Tennessee. I think, that's probably where he ends up. I think a lot of people are projecting him to go there. It's probably something you should keep an eye on, though. 4-star defensive lineman Heaven Brown Schuler. I hope I said that right. Recently included Colorado in his top 13. Been to Colorado. Keep your eye on that one, guys. 3-star 3-star running back Gabe Sawchuk, younger brother of Gavin Sawchuk, who is here at Oklahoma. Yeah, if you guys keep him from going to USC, that would be nice. So, but he's from Colorado, so I think that helps because I think Deion is going to make it a point to recruit that state and keep the talent at home. So keep an eye on Gabe Sawchuk. If he's just, even half of what his brother is, you guys will be getting a great player. And then you got the 3-star wide receiver, Jamar Taylor Jr., teammates with Cormani down in Lakeland. Really like him. Really like what he could potentially bring to your guys' team. So, listen, Colorado, y'all have the ability to go out there and turn this program around in one recruiting cycle. You really do. I think it can happen, just like we talked about it with Nebraska earlier. So, listen, go ahead, guys. Hit that like and the subscribe button. We're going to start dabbling in these live streams a little bit more often. We're going to be probably going live with more interviews, and then we're actually probably going to do a live show where I'm going to start inviting some of you guys on the podcast. So how are you going to get on the podcast? Get me to notice you. Jump down in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Give me your takes. And if I like them, drop your Twitter handle as well in your comment. I'm going to message you on Twitter, and we're going to get you on the podcast for a show. We're going to talk about your team. Maybe you can get on here and talk to me about, my list, my top programs that you should be on the lookout for. Maybe you guys can give me your opinions. So I want this to be an interactive podcast. I want this to be interactive with you guys. I don't want it to just be my opinions out there. I want this to be fun for everybody. So jump down in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you guys want to be on the show, I would love to have you guys on. But until next time, listen, you guys got to see this spinning wheel of death until we go end of life.